Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is Napalmer. Napalmer from Pyroclad in the Conway. This is a double shot of Tier 9. Tank Destroyer action. Now, Napalmer, you can just see, I don't know if you can see it, but he's just put in the chat that the Conway's got Hesh now, and you can see he's got it loaded. The Hesh rounds in the Conqueror. The Conway, 770 damage, 200 penetration. Armor piercing around 600 damage, 260 penetration. So it's a little bit less pen for a little bit more damage. Well, 170 more potential damage. And of course, there's some high explosive rounds as well. Now, hash rounds are premium ammunition in this tank, and he's clearly looking for some giggles as he goes forward in a Conway. You don't see this too often. Now, of course, the aim time doesn't look too flash. When I had the Conway was more a high rate of fire kind of TD, I think, from memory, rather than the big, like a derp gun, I suppose. That's anything with Hesh is you'd probably call a derp gun. 770 damage for 200, but of course it is it works a little bit like high explosive ammunition Hesh. Like even if you miss, or if you hit a heavily armoured part of the enemy tank, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, it will still do something because it's got a bit of a splash radius, and we might see that in this replay as he looks towards the ISU 152, picks up his first kill for 631 damage. That certainly penetrated, and he's pretty happy about that one. Picks up his first kill. Wait for the reload. Looks, it's certainly changed the Conway. The Conway, like I said, I think it used to do 400 or 500 damage, or maybe it was 600 with these armor piercing rounds. As Napalmer looks towards the T100, blows him away for 751 damage. Gets invited to platoon by the IS-7, who's clearly impressed with what he sees in the Conway. 2 shots fired, nearly 1400 damage for those 2 shots. Someone puts in the chat comments they've lost the field, but that's okay because it's like he's looking towards a big Japanese heavy tank. The Japanese T57 heavy. I thought I said Type 5 heavy. It is early though. Give me a break. 916. That's a pretty high roll, and he even makes comment about that in the chat. He knows this one's getting sent to get on board studios. Don't worry about that one. He's up to 2,000, just under 2,300 hit points of damage. He's got 8 Hesh rounds left. I reckon he's going to use them all the way he's going. It does it for a gun that's so derpy. It's got a pretty big reload. I'm tipping that Napalmer's probably got a pretty decent crew in this. As the side of the turret, 771, no worries at all into the Emil 2, but the Emil 2's just killed that WZ111-4 as well as the pilot, so he's fired at least 2 shots. He might only have 1 shot left, and it looks like that might be the case because he just put a shot into Napalmer's Conway, backed up. Unluckily for Napalmer, he thought the auto aim might have been enough. Pings for help. He knows that Emil is certainly looking at him. He doesn't want the Emil 2 to unload a clip into him, but I reckon Napalmer will beat him on the reload, and he does. Picks up his second kill, takes his damage up to 3,217. He's going to have to do more because he's down by a tank. 4-5 is the score on Pilsen. Looking towards the enemy Conway, who looks like he's running away. A couple of TDs on the enemy team up there in the northwest corner, the UDES and the AMX AC48, which is now an autoloader. I only found that out by watching somebody else's replay. Cops a shot from the M4A1 Revelarice. He puts another derp shell for 679 hit points into the enemy Conway. Of course, the Conway not known for its armour. And the Centurion Action X on Napalmer's team. Clearly not too happy with the artillery. Maybe that's what took him out of the game. 4-6 a score on Pilsen. Napalmer is switched to high explosive round, clearly looking at the Revelarice. Of course, that's 770 as well. Probably doesn't want to waste a premium Hesh round on that lightly armoured Tier 8 premium French medium tank. Still got high explosive loaded as he looks towards the Scorpion G. Another tank with hardly any armour. High explosive might be enough to get rid of that premium German tank destroyer. AMX AC48 and the UDES being engaged by the Type 4 Heavy. You can see on just to the left of Napalmer, or just over here on the mini-map. Napalmer clearly looking towards that Scorpion G. Doesn't want the Scorpion G to poke out and get a cheap shot into him. The AC48 goes down to artillery, and Napalmer with high explosive loaded gets a shot into the UDES just for 339. Hesh would have probably penetrated, but that's okay. Brings his damage up to 4,500. He's got the switch to AP rounds now. Probably because he's looking at, that's good map awareness from Napalmer, looking towards the Udes. That's his 4th kill of this game. He's evened it up again, 7 apiece. The Type 4 Heavy went down in that skirmish. Went down to the Scorpion G. Hesh loaded again. Scorpion G's just fired. He should beat him on the reload. Looks towards a big derpy shot. 793 hit points. Get out of here! What are you talking about? 7 all's the score. Napalmer from Pyro on 5,712 hit points of damage. He's rubbing his hands together now. He's thinking, I reckon I've got this. They're only up by 1, but there's 3 enemy artilleries left, as well as that Conway. He blocked the shot from the Conway, which was at 600. It was clearly an AP round. Did cop a shot from the Patton though for 461. Takes him down to 405. So he knows he's got to be a little bit careful here. 405 is possibly enough for some of these enemy tanks to kill him. Artillery, because there's no armor on the Conway. So enemy artillery could certainly get him for 405. The STB1 probably around about 405 hit points. Oh, hello. That's what I'm talking about. Again, only 251, but it's a kill. That's kill number 5. Brings his damage count up to nearly 6,000. So we'll start looking towards that pattern now. Always good to get a revenge shot. Well, that's what I call it anyway, a revenge shot into somebody that's already shot you once. Patton's on 810 damage. Of course, you can see the bloom on his aim circle moving. Every time he moves, that circle's going to get bigger. His tracks eat the shot from the Patton, but he does put a shot into him for 682 hit points. Brings his total damage up to 6,645. 990 blocked. A little bit of assisted as well. The score's still 10-9, so I think if he wins this, it'll be a top gun, that's for sure. He's on 5 kills. Puts in the chat 6.6k damage. Forget about the chat, Napalmer. You've got a game to carry, mate. There's an STV1 at tier 10, the artillery at tier 10, the M46 Patton, which is a pretty handy tank, and he clearly knows how to play that game. He's been getting some juicy shots into Napalmer's team from that eastern flank. And of course the 2 lower tier artilleries, the M53, M55 and the SU-14-2 at tier 8. 10-9's a score. He's got cabinet and binoculars as equipment, which I was surprised when I saw that. Of course, Napalmer's no dumber. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing on this tank. He's got a mark of excellence on that gun barrel. This game is probably going to look. It probably won't give him another one, but it's certainly going to help get towards that second mark of excellence, and maybe even a third. Who knows? I'm not sure how much he likes this tank. It didn't have Hesh rounds when I was playing it, that's for sure. He finds the SU-14-2. I think he knows he's spotted. He's just started reversing, but that's okay. Top gun confirmed. Thank you very much. Wiggles the mouse. He does get spotted, but there's another artillery there. It's a Batchat 155-58. That's the auto-loading French tier 10 artillery piece. He's looking for that red outline. Where is it? I want to get another kill. I don't know if that's going to land. Will it? Yes, it will. 7 kills to Napalmer. The Stritzwagen S1 picks up the kill on the STB1, and in the end, good game indeed with 7,500 hit points of damage. Let's have a look at the battle result before we move on to the second shot in this double shot of tier 9 tank destroyer replays. It's an ace tanker mastery badge, just no surprise, that's for sure. The Bruiser medal, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Pescucci's medal for killing those 2 artilleries. That would have been the SU-142, and of course the Frenchie. What else did he get? High caliber, and of course the Top Gun for getting 7 kills. 7,545 hit points of damage. Nobody else broke 2,000. Only one tank, that Patton on the enemy team, broke the 2,000 mark. 7,545 hit points of damage. 16 shots fired. 15 hit and they all penetrated. That's what gave him that big score with the Hesh rounds and the high explosive rounds as well. Don't forget when he got rid of the Revelarisi as well as something else with a high explosive round. Nearly 10,000 credits made, even though all that Hesh was fired. That was a premium rounds, don't forget, with a premium account, of course, in that 9-minute battle on Pilsen. It was an absolute ripper from Napalmer from Pyro Clans. We move on to the second and final replay in today's video from Elite Commando from Crown Clan. Elite Commando, he's been a supporter of this channel for a hell of a long time, and Elite Commando, clearly he's got a sense of humour. because he's taken out the T95. Now, I didn't mind this tank when I had it, the T95. It's as slow as anything, but a couple of patches ago, it did get a buff, and the buff was purely speed. So it turns a little bit quicker now, and it goes a little bit quicker. But a little bit quicker, it's still slow. Look at him, he's doing 20 on Mountain Pass, rolling towards, looks like he's going to look for some cheeky shots over the Valley of Death, if you like. That's what I like to call it, the Valley of Death, or the Bowl of Death in the middle of Mountain Pass. 2 artillery tanks on the enemy team. It looks like they might have just fired. Putting a few, are they emojis? Emojis or smileys? I think they're the same. In the chat. Anyway, one tank goes down. It's the T54E1. Who killed him? The Super Conqueror killed him on that southwestern flank of Mountain Pass. Now he's having a peek here, trying to back up the WZ132A, who he at the start of the game actually said hello to. He mentioned his name, WZ from PvP clan. Now PvP, Filipino clan, I think, and I think Elite Commando. Maybe he was. I know he was in Crazy Clan before he joined Crown. Maybe he was in PvP before that. Oh, but maybe he just knows him from the game. Let's have a look now. Here we go. He's looking towards that T49. The T49 getting derped instead of doing the derping in that occasion. 1605 damage so far for Elite Commando from Crown Clan. A little bit dry. Just going to have a mouthful of coffee. Commando showing good map awareness, clearly looking at the AMX M449 Liberté, that's the French premium tank, who's crossed the bridge and is coming to try and give someone some pain. That the T25 Pilot 1 in a world of trouble. WZ132A goes down. That's the Tier 9 Chinese light tank that I still haven't bought. And Elite Commando not stuffing around. He's going straight for this Frenchie. He wants to get rid of the Frenchie, then he can focus on carrying the game because he's down by 2 tanks. Of course, the T95's got a 155mm gun, 750 damage, 276 pen with standard, 320 with APCR, which is premium ammunition on this tank. The AMX has seen the Doom Turtle. He's running away. He does have some friends though. There's a Scorpion G and a T54 Mod 1 last spotted on or near the bridge. The AMX shoots and misses. Elite Commando's not going to miss that shot. Takes him down to 261 health. Friendly Scorpion G moves forward, gets shot twice, but doesn't return anything into the enemy team. Maybe he shot and bounced. It can be quite bouncy, that AMX M49 Al Liberté, but so can the Doom Turtle. He bounces that Scorpion G shot with ease. And he wants to get rid of this Scorpion. This Scorpion's who's lighting people doesn't quite. Bit of a low roll, 624 hit points there. 750 is the average. If it had gone average, he would have certainly picked up the kill. Keeps his tank angled. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to get tracked either. And I reckon that Scorpion G might jump off that cliff. No, he's not. He's going to go home. Back to the garage. 2 kills to Elite Commando. 3,413 damage. And it is a bit of a troll tank, the T95. You can. I'm not going to say you can bounce anything frontally. There are weak spots. If you're aiming at a T95, you can get that cupola there, can be weak, and below the gun, if you've got a good gun, you can certainly put some pain into the T95. But of course, the best way to fight against the T95 is to flank him, because there's no armour on the back. Just goes forward enough to get the gun depression to put a shot into the back of the AT-15 at Tier 8, the British TD. But doesn't fall down, which is probably good. I think if he had fallen down, he might have gotten in a little bit of trouble as the Centurion 7-1 picks up the kill. Now, Elite Commando coming down here. He knows he's got to put his carry pants on. Type 4 Heavy was last spotted just not too far from where Elite Commando is, but 2 tank destroyers, 2 Swedish tank destroyers, the Stridsvagn S1 and the Stridsvagn 103, both spotted up there, but looks like the 103 is down there. So I'll take that. 805, that's a better roll into the side of the Tier 9 Swedish tank destroyer. You can see that Stridsvagn still in siege mode there, so he's not going to be moving quickly. He's not going to be moving too quickly. He's turning around now. Elite Commando aiming at the commander's hatch, but it went a little bit high. No idea. Look, the Stridsvagn S1, the premium Tier 8's gone back to the base. The Mod 1 and the T49 both being killed by Centurion and artillery. He bounces another shot from the Tier 9 tank destroyer. And Elite Commando not stuffing around. This should be it for... No, he bounces the Tier 9 Swedish TD, but he's not going to slow down because he knows the Type 4 Heavy is approaching base. That Type 4 Heavy is being now spotted by artillery, the GW Tiger P, at Tier 9, and he will be feeling pretty nervous, but Elite Commando says, hang on, I've got my third kill now, I'll come and help you with that Type 4. No worries whatsoever. 10-9's the score, 5,630 damage, 880 blocked, a little bit of assisted damage as well. The Udez and the Strichwagen S1, both last spotted perched back up here in the camping spot on Mountain Pass from the northwest spawn, but the Type 4 Heavy, I'd be encouraging that GW Tiger P not to try to spot that Type 4 Heavy, because in doing so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. That shot doesn't go through the Tier 9 Japanese tank. Now it looks like the GW Tiger's trying to get the angle on that Type 4 Heavy tank to try and kill him. There are just look at him. You can see him. Up there, perched on the edge. Was that two shots from artillery? Yes, the M40, M43 and the M53, M55 both put a shot into Elite Commando. Took him down by about 800, just under 850 hit points. Waiting for his crew to be unstunned because he's already used his repair kit and his first aid kit. Bounces another shot from the Type 4 Heavy. That'll go through. Takes him down to 26 hit points. What was that? 782. Well, you can't complain about that roll. If it was standard, maybe it's high explosives. He looks like he's thinking about it. He's certainly loading high explosive ammunition now. But the Centurion 7-1, he's having a good game as well. He's on 3 kills. He's from Calm Clan and certainly knows what to do in that British medium tank. Now they're up by a tank now all of a sudden, 11-10. They were down not too long ago. And the GW Tiger P pings the ice road, and Elite Commando lets him know in chat by hitting the F5 key. Affirmative. Hold my beer, I've got this. Now he's still got high explosive rounds loaded. Looks like he's thinking of switching to armor piercing. I would be, that's for sure. Strichwagen S1, the Udez, high explosive. They're not the... Oh, who knows? He's going to go up the ice road. He knows it's going to take him a long time to get there. He knows that Centurion 7-1 will catch him. You can see on the mini-map the British medium tank catching him up quite nicely. He might even get a push. Looks like he's going to get a push. Centurion 7-1 not going bang straight into the back of Elite Commando, but fixes his gun and his crew with tap at the 4 and 5 key for his repair kit and first aid. 12-10 the score, just one artillery left on the enemy team. That's the M53, M55. There it is. Only cops 44 hit points. Now the Centurion's still trying to push him, but he's tracked and he can't fix his tracks. Now he knows that T9 American artillery piece is up there at A5. That's where the shot came from. Very good chance he's relocating now. And if those 2 tank destroyers are still on that ledge, well then the M53 and M55 will be in trouble. The bit of good banter going into the chat. The Centurion 7-1 saying, "You're too fat." Elite Commando saying, "Yeah, you like my ass? Hold my beer, I've got this." They're going up the hill. They're working together, these 2 Tier 9 tanks, the Centurion 7-1 and the T95. They know they're better off going in together, but the T95 is going to take a while to get there. Still nearly 6 minutes to go on the clock. Artillery looks like they're relocating and looking to shoot. I'm not sure if this GW Tiger P would have a shot to there from there, because this big mountain is pretty high. This guy certainly will though, and that's probably what the GW Tiger at Tier 9 is looking at. There's the Udez. He's still got high explosive loaded. Takes him for 375. Switches to armor piercing rounds now. The M53, M55 shoots Elite Commando again. He's now got his repair kit and his first aid kit ready. Chooses not to fix his crew. Probably doesn't need to. By the time he gets to this rock, the crew will be no longer stunned. 5 versus 3. 12-10's a score. Elite Commando on 3 kills. 7,500 damage done. 1,570 blocked. He has copped a lot of attention from artillery. And that M53, M55 is still alive. Hasn't been spotted this game. He knows that the shots did come from this general direction. Strichwagen 103 goes around that corner, and Elite Commando will say, "Thank you very much, revenge." 4 kills, nearly 8,000 damage. Just 2 tanks left. The Udez 03, which is the Tier 8 Swedish, and the Strichwagen S1, the premium Swedish tank destroyer at Tier 8. Turn, turn, turn. He wants another kill. This will be kill number 5. Thank you very much. Stritzwagen picks up the kill on the Udes. Elite Commando kills the Stritzwagen S1. And not a bad game at all. On Mountain Pass, in the T95, the American Tier 9 tank destroyer, the Doom Turtle, an ace tanker for Elite Commando from Crown Clan. Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, 5 for effects, Steel Wall for all those bounce shots, and of course the high caliber. He had plenty to do with the demise of all these tanks here on the right hand side of the screen. 8,402 damage, 5 kills, 1671 base experience. That's a pretty big base experience score. 17 shots fired, 16 hit, 14 went through. There were some high explosive rounds fired, so they're not obviously sometimes not going to penetrate. Got some spotting damage. He blocked a bit. Carried the shit out of it. Hats off to the Centurion for his 3 kills. Only did 2,000 damage, but he was there all the way along, and they worked together very, very well. He made some coin too, 82,321 credits after tax with a premium account. He did get 30,000 of that from battle payments. Is that? That's a Clan Wars skirmish thing, you know, those boxes you get for strongholds and all that kind of stuff. But not too bad at all. 82,000 credits after tax in that 10-minute game on Mountain Pass. So there you have it, a double shot of Tier 9 tank destroyer action featuring Napalmer in the derp Conway and my old mate Elite Commando, who's been a supporter of this channel pretty much since day one, or since I started accepting replays from other players. Thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.